Call this meeting to order. It's 6:03 p.m. Tuesday, September 28th, 2021. City of Somerton Special Council Meeting. Roll call. We're gonna forego all the formalities and go straight to roll call, and then we have several items.
Mayor Gerardo Naya.
Present.
Mayor Juan Castillo.
Present.
Council Member Jesus Roldan.
Present.
Council Member Luis Galindo.
Present.
Member Martha Garcia.
Present.
Council Member Miguel Villalpando. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. We're gonna go to item number 1, discussion and possible action to approve letter of resignation by Council Member Carlos Gonzalez as the council member, declaring that council seat is open and announcing the acceptance of letters of interest to select a replacement for remainder of a term ending November 22, 2022.
Mayor and Council, on September 21st, 2021, Council Member Carlos Gonzalez submitted his letter of resignation as City of Somerton Council Member. Council Member Gonzalez took his oath of office November 20th, 2018 for a 4-year term to end November 22nd, 2022, the third Tuesday of November of 2022. So there is possible vacancies, obviously how to fill those. As you can see, if a vacancy occurs in our city or town council and the incumbent has more than 2 years remaining on his or her term, you're required to put the remainder of the term on your next council election ballot. Otherwise, it is by appointment for the remainder of the term. ARS 9-235 vacancies in council. As you can see, A and B, the council shall fill a vacancy that may occur by appointment until the next regular scheduled council election if the vacancy occurs more than 30 days before the nomination petition deadline. Otherwise, the appointment is for the unexpired term. The subsection does not apply to charter city. The member appointed shall meet the qualifications established in section 9-232. ARS 9-232, council qualifications of a member, oath, selection of a mayor, and vacancy. A person should not be a member of a city or town council unless at the time of the election, the person is 18 years of old, is a qualified elector residing within the city or town and has resided in the city or town for at least 1 year next preceding the election. Or if an area has been annexed to the city or town for a period of less than 1 year next preceding the election, has resided in such area for at least 1 year next preceding the election. If a next area is subject to the provisions of this subsection, a person may meet the residency requirements if the person has resided within the existing limits of the city or town for 1 year period. I'm going to skip to D. If a member of council at any time during the member's term of office ceases to be a qualified elector of the city or town or ceases to reside in the city or town, the council seat held by the member is deemed vacant. The council seat shall be filled in the same manner as any vacancy on the council. On request, the county attorney for the county in which the city is located shall investigate and determine whether a vacancy exists pursuant to this subsection. See the suggestion action, what you want to do, and how to fill that vacancy. The motion is to either approve the letter of resignation of Council Member Carlos Gonzalez.
Okay. Do you want to have a discussion before approving the resignation and then having the discussion on how we want to fill it, or do you want to have it before?
I'd say we can move ahead with the motion and then discuss it,
Okay.
right? Because it's just going to be a discussion for how to be filled.
So Does anybody have, does somebody have a motion to approve the resignation of Councilman Gonzalez? It's a motion by Councilman Villalpando.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Garcia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Carries. Okay, so as far as filling it in, filling the position, you can accept letters of interest, maybe a month, and see what we get. You know, I've gotten calls from 4 people that are interested. So there's going to be a lot of interest. And I don't know if council wants to decide any criteria for filling it in, or we're going to wait until we get the letters.
You know what, I think it's you know, I know today I heard some suggestions as to, you know, being that this term is only gonna be for a year. You know, I think the options that we can consider would be you know, whoever ran last election, you know, see if they submit a letter of interest. I'm not saying that they will. I know earlier in a conversation with you, Mr. Cabrera, you know, you pointed out an interesting point about, you know, appointing, you know, again, these are just options, but maybe appointing someone that just to fulfill the term without knowing that they're not going to run, you know, for the next term, so that they don't get so there's not like an unfair advantage per se. So that was something that was mentioned. So I mean, I think it's depending on the letters. Also, at the same time, I don't think it would be good for us to it's important for us to keep that flexibility to see who are the potential candidates that are interested, and then go from there.
Yeah, we had our forefronted meeting yesterday, and we were just talking to Mayor Nichols, and Jerry was there, and that's how he initially got into council. He was appointed, but with the condition that he didn't run in the next cycle, and he didn't, and then he ran after 2 years. So, you know, he said that kind of worked as far as not, you know, if you're an incumbent, you have an advantage coming into election, so it kind of takes that away from it and just lets the people decide. But you know, but I do I guess it's up to council. I have my preferences, and as far as what qualities I want to see in a council member, but that option that Mayor Nichols, the way he was appointed for the first time in council, I think that kind of takes that, you know, I guess that implication that council is selecting their next council member, right, as far as for the next election. So
But that's why we would request the letters of interest. You know, I don't know, the not allowing them to run for the next term whenever it comes up. I don't know. I just think that, well, this is just me. People submitting letters are hopefully vested in the community and want to continue to serve, and just, you know, giving them that condition. We can appoint you, but you can't run. I don't know. It's just, I think it's.
I feel the same way. I guess in the past when, I don't know who resigned, and
Enrique Porcios,
and they got Fernando Cetina, and he was able to run the next. So
There's a
I
precedent.
don't know. It'll be like, you know, there's people I bet out there that, like Mayor said, he got 4 people that are interested in being part of the council, and then saying, okay, you can be, but then just you won't be able to run in the next one until 2 years or 3 years.
Councilman Villalpando.
See, for me, I don't want to exclude anybody. I think those are decisions that we're gonna have to make as we see the talent pool. I mean, I think those are individual decisions that each one of us has to make, and weigh. But in order to be fair, I think we should keep it open to everybody else, whether I vote, because I firmly believe in probably the process that Mayor Nichols went through. If I agree with it, then I'll vote at the time of voting of who I'm going to pick. But at this point in time, I think we should just give everybody the fair opportunity to at least apply and then see who's out there.
Yeah, so submit letters of interest and then.
Mayor and Council, if that's the council's decision, so we'll post tomorrow, send the letter of interest to Andrea, and then post it for 30 days and have a discussion on the November 2nd council meeting.
So, Mayor, just to make a clear record, the motion was to approve the letter of resignation, but the suggested action was also for you to declare that the council seat is open at this time. And obviously you've already announced the acceptance of letters of interest. So is that part of the intended motion that Councilman Villalpando made, or do you want to go on the record and declare the open seat at this time?
It's clear, according to what was read, that's as soon as there's a vacancy, we need to go. It's open and we need to appoint someone.
Yeah, but for clarification, yes, that's the direction we want to head, and that was part of my motion.
Lost my agenda. Okay, here it is. So we are good. We're going to skip item 2 and go into executive session.
Yes, that's correct.
So is there a motion to go into executive session? Second. So motion by Councilwoman Garcia, second by Councilman Roldán. Those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Stop broadcasting.
Settings.
Vete settings,
Le puse 10 minutos.
okay.
Sí, porque la tenía en
Executive session.
No, fue arriba. Jerry. Sí, a los tacos.